So here we are, camper van life again. It's marvellous, and I just want to introduce you to a friend of mine. And I'm just going to ask, we're just going to have a little chat. You know, this kind of church on wheels. You know, we're on the road again, and I've bumped into young Adam, as I like to call him. So, hiya, Adam. You okay?
How are you doing? Thanks for that, mate.
Yeah, no, maybe not so young, maybe, but youngish.
Yeah.
Young at heart. So I'm just going to ask you, so I saw you today in church with a big guy, and he kind of got emotional. So I just wondered if you just tell us a bit about that story, really.
Yeah, well, it all happened on Tuesday. We go for walks on Tuesday. And we've been doing it with Pastor Joanne, my wife, Catherine, and Sean's been coming as well. So we've been walking down Mollybrook Way on the path, getting towards Padiham. And it's been really good because we're sort of like this lovely fellowship. We're meeting people and we're speaking God's word as well. You know, we're getting the word out as well. And a lot of people seem to come into our life for some reason. And sometimes I look at coincidence and I think coincidence is like God being anonymous. And then and then I look at God incidents. Is like God's got his fingerprints on it. And that's what I found. We found this day. And so we were walking down, we got into Padiham, and I found a really nice mobile phone, a Galaxy. Bit of money there, you know, and Catherine, my wife, said, we'll put it on Padiham Talk to see where we can find the owner for this phone is. And anyway, we carried on our walk and all that, and we normally go to the town hall, sit down, people are passing, and so we call them in, and sometimes we'll have a chat with these people, and God always seems to come into the situation, or we touch somebody. And we've been doing that a lot recently, and it's a lovely thing to do. And so on our way back, was walking back down there, and we're always talking to someone on the way. And I got home, and I said, right, I'm going to try and find who the owner of this phone. And it says Galaxy. I haven't got a charger for a Galaxy phone, and sat on and I had it in my hand on the settee, and messaged it, come on. And this guy says, I think I'm on the phone saying, ring this number. If you know, it's my phone, if you can call me, which I was really surprised to see on this phone. I didn't get that. Anyway, we rang it, and it was the guy, it was the owner of the phone, which it blew me away. And he said, I've been tracking you from Padiham. He said, I lost you when you got on the canal.
Right, yeah.
So we waited for him. I said, we're on Gano Lane. I said, we'll wait for you. And he did drive past, and he come up there, and really nice guy. It's called Anthony. And about a week ago, his grandmother passed away. So he's going through a lot of pain, a lot of hurt. And he says, I told him my name. He said, Adam, he said, I want to give you some money for returning the phone back to me. And I said, I don't want your money, I said. And he said it twice. So I left it at that, and then I said to him, listen, I'm so happy you got your phone back. And I was ready to head off back in the house. And I had the Spirit make it turn me back round. And I said, Anthony, I said, I'll tell you what you could do for me. I said, rather than the money going to me, you could put a donation in the ministry that I go to. And maybe you can come and see the ministry yourself and see how Bishop Mick speaks, because he speaks a different talk, you know, and just see what you feel. And he said, yeah, I'll do that, he said. I said, you know, I said, the ministry's on Sunday. Come down at 11 o'clock and you can come and sit with me. And, you know, I thought nothing of it really at first, and real nice guy he was. So I had a good chat in the kitchen with him, and he left. And he only turned up on the Sunday.
Right, so that's how he got here.
So he got here on the Sunday.
Wow.
And I was so, you know, but I think that's a divine appointment, that.
Just a bit.
I truly believe that, Mick. And he was touched. God was, he orchestrated everything. It was all meant to be. And he did sit with me, and I know he did the service, and then he burst into tears during the service. Yeah. So I said to him after that, I said, Anthony, I said, can I pray for you? And I prayed for him, and he was building up again. Just I felt a lot of pain in him. And when you turn around, he said, well, you know, if you want to put any money in the heart, you know, please do it, but do it if you want to do it. Yeah, yeah. And he got up, Anthony, put money in the heart, and which he said he was going to do. Yeah. So I was so happy, you know, and then he turned round out of the blue, he said, Adam, he said, I've got a van full of stuff for the charity shop, you know, and it was amazing. You know, because all the money there, it's going to all go to the church. It's all for God. Yeah, yeah. Everything's for God and everything. So he not only just turned up.
It fetched provision.
Its provision was there, and it was amazing. And, you know, and he wants to come all the time now. And, you know, that just by going out, just by that incident of finding that phone, has turned this young man, he's brought him to the ministry. Yeah. So hopefully that can change his life.
Well, we see it a lot, don't we? We seeing that a lot.